do's and don'ts in business. I personally built 18 companies and invested in 69 startups. And I've learned a few things about what you should and shouldn't do in business, often by making those very mistakes myself. Now I know that it's not going to be easy to transfer the knowledge I've gained in 20 years and give it to you, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try and help you maybe not fall into some of the holes that I've fallen into. First up, let's talk about recruitment. I strongly recommend, as one of the 20 things you should do and not do, is think more carefully about your recruitment process. When you hire people, I don't think you should ever hire someone because they're available. I've made this mistake. I've met someone who says they're available. I think they're therefore right because they're available. But in reality, when you're recruiting, what you should actually do is hire best in class. Go for exactly who you want, not who's available. And so, as much as I appreciate that if someone you meet is available and you think, hey, come and join me, maybe they're not appropriate. So do not hire someone because they're available. Hire someone because they're appropriate, because they're the right person for the job. And be patient when you recruit. They always say it takes 6 minutes to hire the wrong person and sometimes 6 years to get rid of them. So in the do's and don'ts of business, let's talk about a do, a thing you should definitely think about. I think having targets, having a goal is absolutely imperative. Beyond the obvious goal of making profit and building a sustainable business, I think you should have a goal to have a purpose. A purpose will drive you. Even when months aren't as good financially, you won't mind because your business is delivering a purpose. You know, my purpose is to help 1 million people start a business of their own and never feel alone doing it. And because I have that purpose, some days when we're not making money, I still do it. So you can think about what you would do if you weren't even paid. What would you do? And that, in my mind, is a very important do. In the do's and don'ts of business, the do's are more powerful than the don'ts. And if you get the do's right, it can make an incredible difference to your own personal life and that of the business. So let's talk about another don't in business. I absolutely believe that all the headlines today around I've raised £100 million, I've raised £200 million, in a way, is giving the wrong message. And my don't is, don't raise money if you don't need to. Now, need is an interesting word. I know for a lot of people, they'll be saying, we need money, Simon, but you sometimes don't. And if you don't have money, you might be surprised how innovative you become. I have seen time and time again in my career, businesses that raise a lot of money fail, and businesses that raise no money succeed. How can this be so? Well, it's to do with really the hunger that the business that doesn't raise money has. They can't just throw money at the wall and if it doesn't work, no big deal. When you've got no money, you become more efficient. You care more about the customers, for example, and you think more innovatively. So here's another do. I've given you a couple of don'ts. Let me give you another do in business, what you should definitely do. It's been said before, but everybody who's ever been asked on their deathbed what they regret, they tend to only regret what they didn't do. No one regrets doing what they wanted to do. So do make sure that if you have a dream or an ambition for your existing business or to do a business, that you do it, try it. The worst is it doesn't work. And you can lie on your deathbed and say, you tried to do something and it didn't work. Trust me, that'll be an interesting story, not a regret. So go out there and do what you're meant to be doing. Listen to your heart, don't listen to your head. Do what you're meant to be doing in life. And the worst is, failure is so glorious. I love failure. I've learned to really enjoy it. In fact, every single failure story I have is far more interesting than the success. So I think if you can build up a load of failure stories in life, you're actually, ironically, a big success. So if you found what I've said today useful, then hit the like button. In addition, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can get future videos on do's and don'ts in business. And if you have any questions about business, how to start a company, how to grow a company, how to find a co-founder, how to raise money, not only do we have a business toolkit available for you, we have one-on-one sessions you can book with us. And of course, you can ask me direct questions in the comments. I always reply. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you next week.